What is going on, people of YouTube? My name is Kurtyoy and welcome back to a brand new video of the FPL review, where we look at the people who scored the most points in the last game week and think, should we bring them in? I'm sure you all know the drill by now, and hopefully we'll have a preview coming up later today, if not first thing tomorrow. I'm talking 8 AM pronto stat, like maybe like half 8 or 9, but around there, you know what I mean. We've got some high scoring players, including some that won't be available next game week, so hopefully you've held off those transfers, but we are going to look through them, starting off as always with the GKs. This week in the goalkeepers, we score high scoring double figures for Matt Ryan, getting 11 points, valued at 4.5. We've got Fabianski on 9 points, and then quite a few on 6. I've picked out Czech and Pope because of the first two. Jim really couldn't find a reason to pick anyone over anyone. But Matt Ryan, 11 points on my bench. Fortunately, I did have Speroni getting a clean sheet anyway, but I missed out on 5 points there. And not saying they could be vital, but you know, I could have done with them. With the way I've been going the last couple of game weeks, I've been shocking scores. And Matt Ryan, 11 points, and Fabianski 9. You know what you're going to get from them. You're going to get quite a few clean sheets, I'd say, quite a few saves. The team in general, I don't think will score many goals. I think if anything, they'll be the two teams with the least amount of goals scored at the end of the season. Fabianski and Ryan. Of course, Fabianski, the Swansea result, lost 3-1, didn't get a clean sheet, saved a penalty though. That's something that Fabianski gives you. But Matt Ryan as well, I think both of them have got good looking game weeks coming up. So, next game week will be a difficult one to choose between them if you've got both of them. And then Czech and Pope. Czech, Arsenal getting a 1-0 against Newcastle, not much to talk about there. Pope, Burnley again, 0-0 against Brighton. I thought it would be a 1-0 Burnley because they've mastered that this season, but 0-0, 2 points dropped for the top 4 contenders, and they move on. Moving on to the defenders, we've got Alonso on 14 points, Lovren on 13. Jesus. Robertson on 9, Koscielny on 8, Dunk on 8, and Cresswell on 8. Alonso on 14. Clean sheet, tick. Bonus points, tick. Winning goals scored, tick. Everything you can need from a defender in a 1-0 win. Assist by Hazard, thank goodness for me, because my captaincy pick was looking like it was a dire pick. Alonso picked up 14 points, great performance from him, and he's probably looking like the Chelsea defender to go for a lot of the time. All Azpilicueta, now he's died off. He's still getting clean sheets though, Azpilicueta, and the whole Chelsea defence is. But Alonso, he can go forward and score, but for the second time this season, scored a free kick, so that will be incredibly vital for a point scoring at least. Lovren on 13 points, goal for Lovren, and a clean sheet for Lovren, so a rare game week for Dejan Lovren. But I did say I'd be stunned if they don't get a clean sheet. I thought it'd be clean sheets for both of them. In fact, I thought it was more of a clean sheet for Man United, but didn't get a clean sheet. So, yeah, all be will be. I wouldn't look too much into that. Robertson, however, I would. 4.6 for Liverpool defender. Could be getting more clean sheets in the upcoming games, so worth looking into that one. Koscielny on 8 points. Brought some bonus points in with him in the 1-0 win, so not much to talk about there. You expect them to get a clean sheet there and win. Lewis Dunk as well from Brighton, I've already said. Brighton had a good game, went 0-0. A lot of saves had to be made from the Brighton keeper. Obviously meant that the defenders were going to get bonus points too. And Cresswell 3-0 against Stoke. Need I say more, really? Moving on to midfielders, you've got Aaron Moy, Lanzini, Coutinho, Gundogan, Sterling and Ozil, all finishing on 11 points or above, 15 to 11 of those points. Moy on 15. He ran the show for Huddersfield, and we're hoping you can get more of that, because I think when he's good, he's very, very good. I have underrated him in the past, and I do think he's a player that could, not single-handedly, with a couple of us helping, keep Huddersfield up. Lanzini at 6.8, scoring 15 points, will be great for the next couple of game weeks for West Ham, if he wasn't a diver. So he's got a suspension, so he's the first one of the top scoring list that has to miss out, so beware for that. If you transferred him in already, probably need to get him out if you want to get someone else that's going to play in. Doesn't look good for him. Coutinho on 13 points and Gundogan on 13 points. Gundogan, again, it was rotation. I don't think he's first choice, but maybe for the rotation bits of Christmas, he could be worthwhile on the bench to come on every now and again, but there's better money elsewhere, I'd say, for consistent starters. Coutinho doing, world-beating shit again, and need I say more really, he's tearing things up. He's really forcing that Barca move now, more than when he refused to play. So yeah, there is Coutinho. Sterling got 12 points on 8.5. Could have got about 20 points if he wouldn't have bottled two. I'd say they're horrific misses. And yeah, they could have scored 7 or 8, 9, or even 10 potentially in that game against Spurs. And that would have been catastrophic to say the least. And lastly, you got Ozil scored a magnificent volley in their 1-0 win. I did say Ozil, if anyone's going to create something against teams like that, for Arsenal it would be Ozil. Sanchez seems to have dropped off, so Ozil could be the main man for the future. Lastly, we've got the attackers. We've got Rooney, Di Poitre, hopefully that's how you say it, Firmino, Benteke and Lukaku. Rooney at 13, missed a penalty and got an assist for it. Yeah, if you cross it takes a slight deflection, doesn't count as an assist. I don't mind there being assists maybe where they wouldn't usually be given in FPL. There's got to be consistency about it. If that's an assist, then every single other rebound and cross takes deflection is an assist. It has to be. But Rooney got a good number, another good goal scoring points, and maybe the form of Aladici is helping there. The Patra also on 13, making Huddersfield's 4-1 win much easier when you've got a big target man like him on form as well. So maybe at 5.2 he could be the cheap option to replace Dominic Calvert-Lewin, but he's also doing well. So yeah, if you haven't got Dominic Calvert-Lewin, you fancy a different player, Di Poitre, who knows. Firmino on 12, Liverpool forwards all scoring, at least some attacking points. Mo Salah leaving it a bit late, finally getting his points. Yeah, Firmino, I think when he's good, he's good, and he's going to be good for the next couple of game weeks in my eyes, so Firmino could be a good person to bring in. Benteke scoring 11 points, Crystal Palace finding some form. If only Benteke was able to play against Swansea. Unfortunately, he also is suspended, like Lanzini. And another one that people would got confused with is James Tarkowski. He also picked up a ban for his off-the-ball incidents. But Benteke will be good when he comes back. But for now, he has to, be left on the sidelines, I suppose. And Lukaku on 8 points. The tough games are over, aren't they, Rom? So you can score again. You're allowed. You can start playing. But yeah, Romelu Lukaku, bit too expensive for one that's not going to play against the big teams. And that happens to be that for this video. I hope you've enjoyed. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and let me know in the comments down below. What do you guys think of all the top scoring players? The bans as well for Tarkowski and Lanzini after the games had finished. And the fact that Moy now means I'm giving it to Moy, top scoring player. Let me know all that in the comments down below. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all hopefully in the preview, and have a good game week. Peace.